and welcome back to Explore with NTV. I'm Nadira and I hope that you're all well and are ready to explore a new educational topic. And actually today's episode is extra special because in the third segment we have Faatiha Aayat who will be interviewing and we will be getting to know her. She is such an inspirational, extremely intelligent person and I'm very excited to be interviewing her in the third segment, so stay tuned for that. And so in this guest segment we have an amazing guest with us and her name is Faatiha. So hi!
Hi, assalamu alaikum.
Okay, and we would love to get to know you much better because we're really excited to get to know you.
It's my honor. Thank you.
So firstly, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old and inshallah this October I will turn 10.
Oh wow, that means you're actually our youngest guest ever to be appearing on the show and we're really happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. Where do you live and what school do you go to?
I live in Queens, New York, and I go to PS16Q Nancy Dependent School. It is a gifted and talented school.
Oh wow, you must work really, really hard in your school. So what are some of your favorite subjects at school?
At school, I have a lot of different subjects that I love, but one of them is math. And another one is reading. I love math and I love reading tons of books.
Oh.
So the reading and math are two of my favorite subjects.
They're actually some of mine and Tasfi's favorite subjects as well. We love maths and reading lots of books.
Can you describe your family for us?
My family is super supportive in whatever decision I make. They support me along the way. And of course, if my decision is wrong, they correct me. And also, my family, we distribute the work, like any type of work, let's say household work or outside work, we distribute it between ourselves. Like my parents do some and I do some. And also, my family loves traveling. We go to different places. We go to a lot of different states in the United States, as well as other different countries.
Wow, that's so cool. And so, who are some of the people in your life that really inspire you?
Well, of course, my parents always inspire me to really work hard. And also, if you talk about role models, I would say Malala Yousafzai or any other successful person that I can really see what they do and I can really apply that in my life.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's always important to have, family members that you look up to as well as, inspirational, famous people that you can replicate and also try and be.
Yes. What are some of your hobbies?
Okay, some of my hobbies, I love drawing. I love art. I love drawing, painting, sketching, any type of art. I love reading, as I said before. I also love making things. I make things with paper and maybe sometimes I make things with other household objects that we might not need. But so crafts, reading, and painting are three of my favorite hobbies.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. And so other than learning, what are some of the things that you are really passionate about?
Okay, other than learning, I love creating YouTube videos, like I create math videos and science videos, and there are coding videos and many types of other videos. Actually, it's really fun to create these videos because they're setting up the stage and then doing it. And so the process altogether, it is really fun. And I'm really passionate about these things.
Oh, wow. It's so amazing how you do all of those things at such a young age. It's really inspiring. Thank you.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite things about school?
Okay, some of my favorite things about school is how they actually teach the subject to us. The teachers teach it in such a way that it's really easy for the kids to really catch it in and to really remember it in their mind. So I love their teaching skills. And also, besides all the other educational subjects that they teach us in school, they also give us many other types of activities to do in school. We have gym, art, music, you name it. There is so much activities. And so besides the learning, these are some of the things that I really love about school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a diverse place, school. You can learn so many new things, not just academic, like how you said, but also other things like going to the gym and doing art and music.
Yeah, and like physical things.
Yeah. And so, if you had to describe or choose 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be?
Okay. I would want to be a generous person, a helpful person, and maybe a smart person.
Yeah, those are key things.
I would hope to also try and be those things as well. I think they're very useful characteristics to try and aim for and implement in your life.
Yes. What motivates you to learn?
Well, as I said before, what motivates me to learn is that I can collect more knowledge. Because if I read books, let's say nonfiction books, I can collect knowledge about those. And I'm actually a really curious person. Whenever I see something that's interesting to me, I try to see more about it. I try to really search up things and then see what it actually is that I am seeing. So I'm a really curious person, and I love to gather knowledge.
And I think that's such an important skill for life in general, wanting to learn, having that motivation, because it helps you understand the world that you are in and appreciate the things around you, isn't it? And so we would also love to ask you a few more questions about what you do specifically. And so what types of things do you post on your YouTube channel?
Okay. In my YouTube channel, I post math videos, science videos, coding videos, Quranic videos or Islamic videos. I post Quran tafsirs, and also besides that, I do Quran recitations. I post Quran recitations, and then also there's another thing called Fun Learn. So it's not really educational stuff, but then there's some things for fun that I'd like to show in my YouTube channel.
Oh, wow. So your YouTube channel is very diverse, has lots of different things that you are passionate about, and you create loads of videos about them.
As I said, I'm a very curious person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to love the things you do and share them. So, what are some of the awards that you have won?
Okay, some awards that I have won is, well, let's say what I did. It's not really an award, but it's a great honor for me to go to the UN and deliver speeches there. I've delivered speeches in the UN, the United Nations, the Harvard University, the Columbia University. These aren't really awards, but these are some recognitions that I really feel proud of, that I would love to, that I have actually done. And also I've won many different awards for math. I went to Math League, Perennial Math, and I've won many different awards there. I've won first place and second place awards. And also I've won art awards. Basically anything related to art. For example, in Advena Art World, they have given me Amazing Artist Award. And also one of my paintings is being presented in the Colors of Humanity Art Gallery.
Oh my gosh, that is so impressive. I think you're so incredible. And I also think it's really nice that you've achieved so much in your life already at such a young age, and yet you're still so humble and so sweet about, all the things that you have done. So I really admire that about you.
I would put one more thing here, that I've already published 3 books, 2 from Amazon and another one. One of them is called Bear with a Bear. Another one is called Sisters Reunion. And recently I've published one called Diary of a Muslim Kid.
Wow, you published 3 books. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so what motivated you to originally start your YouTube channel?
Well, I love sharing things with other people, and so I thought that maybe I could share them in my YouTube channel or my Facebook page. Then I thought that if I share things to different people, then maybe they can also give me some information. So it's like a two-way process. I give them some information and they teach me some information. So that's really what motivated me to really share all this.
Yeah. I agree, because it's like such a community on YouTube, and so you can interact with everyone and gain as much information as possible from them. So yeah, definitely, it creates a good sense of community.
What job would you want in the future?
Well, if you talk about jobs, I'd say that I want any job that can help children all around the world. Like, for example, if I become an engineer, I'd build something. Like, for example, maybe a water circuit that it could collect rainwater and it could purify it, and it could send water to all the children around the world in like remote areas who maybe do not have water or do not get water. But this is just an example. I want to help children all around the world. But now I'm seeing that besides helping children, I really want to become an engineer and build stuff.
Wow, I think that's such a nice goal to have. It's very specific as well. I feel like that really will motivate you to succeed and accomplish your goal. And so, yeah, and so how would you define success, since you're obviously very inspiring to others? So how would you define what you think success is?
Thank you, but I wouldn't say that I'm successful yet because I'm still in the learning process. I'm just a normal kid, basically. I'm still learning all the things that I really need to know. And you said that how would I define being successful? I would define being successful when I've really achieved my goal, but there isn't actually any boundaries of being successful because you can just keep on learning things and you can keep on doing things. Let me give you an example. For example, recently now Mars has sent their 5th rover. Now launching the rocket was a success, landing on Mars was a success, and collecting things from Mars would be a success, and if the rover came back to Earth, that would be a success. So there isn't really any boundaries of success. That's what I would say.
Wow, I definitely agree with that. I think success is definitely a process. It's not necessarily a destination. You know, like how you're saying with the Mars example, I think that's a really good way of describing it. Every single stage, every single thing that you do to achieve and grow is being successful.
Yeah, like there's no ending. You can keep on carrying on and making life successful. What is something that you feel really proud of about your work?
Well, as I said before, that I am really proud that I have delivered speeches in the United Nations, the Columbia University, the Harvard University, and many other places, and also I'm really proud about publishing those 3 books. I'm really proud about achieving all my awards that I've won, the math awards, the art awards. Basically, if you talk about it, I'm proud of everything that I've won.
And I'm also very proud of you as well. I think I can speak on all of NTV and say that we are very inspired and proud of you. And so what are your thoughts on the schooling system, and how would you want schools all around the world to be improved?
Well, the schooling systems now, because of the pandemic, I would say that the teachers and the schools all around the world are working really hard, because it's really hard to maintain kids when you're online. Because if you're physically in school, then there's a way that the teachers can interact with the students and really get them to understand the concept. Now, when you're online, then the teachers can't show you as much things as they want because you're online and you're just on the computer or any device. So I really think it's really hard to maintain kids, and I would say that the teachers and schools are working really hard in this pandemic. Some improvements that I think could be made is that I know that sometimes the schools are giving out devices for the kids, but maybe it's not available all around the world. So I would say that as much as possible, I would want the schools and the teachers to give the students devices so that they can do school. Because I don't think that students should waste 1 year, because I think it's already been 1 year or more of the pandemic, and I don't think that the students should waste this time. They should really start, learning. So I would say that this may be one improvement. And also, a lot of the time, there's not internet in houses. So I'd say that maybe they could put internet with the devices.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Access to schooling is really important, and that needs to be improved. Yeah. Thank you so much, Faatiha, for joining us. So, Assalamu alaikum, and we really appreciate you being on our show.
It's my pleasure. Assalamu alaikum.